Good evening, you're now with me, Lorenzo Isaac, for TVS Nightline. Here are the headlines for tonight. Police are seeking a remand order against the bus driver involved in a fatal crash that claimed the lives of 15 UPSI students. The Sarawak government reaffirmed its commitment to strengthening its role as the region's renewable energy leader. In world news, an independent UN commission says Israeli attacks on schools, religious and cultural sites in Gaza amount to war crimes and crimes against humanity. Police will seek a remand order against the bus driver involved in the fatal crash that claimed the lives of 15 Sultan Idris Education University UPSI students once he is discharged from hospital. Perak Police Chief Datuk Nur Hisam Nuruddin said the 40-year-old driver is still receiving treatment, while his blood and urine samples have been sent to the chemistry department for further analysis.
In the incident early Monday morning, 15 UPSI students were killed when the bus they were traveling in overturned at kilometer 53 of the East-West Highway JRTB near Tasik Banding, Gerik. The privately chartered bus carrying the students had departed Jirte, Terengganu at 9 p.m. on Sunday, heading towards the university's campus in Tanjung Malim, Perak, when the accident occurred. Nur Hisam added that the remains of 13 victims who underwent post-mortem examinations at the forensic department of Raja Permaisuri Bainun Hospital, Ipoh, on Monday arrived at Hadari Mosque in Jirte, Terengganu around 3 a.m. on Tuesday.
The remains of Nurul Fatihah Abu Taman, a UPSI student who was killed in the tragic crash, have been laid to rest. 22-year-old Nurul Fatihah was the last victim to be buried, with the funeral taking place at 10:39 a.m. this morning at the Kampong Gong Due Muslim Cemetery in Hulu Besut, Terengganu.
Earlier at 10 a.m., the first-year Bachelor of Education Malay language students' remains were brought home to Kampong Gong Due for a second funeral prayer following the first, which was performed with 12 other UPSI students at Hadari Mosque in Jirte, Besut at 2:55 a.m. Nurul Fatihah, who died at the scene of the accident, was a former student of Ittifaqiah Religious Secondary School in Besut. Meanwhile, UPSI Deputy Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs and Alumni, Professor Dr. Nur Khalid Salimin, extended his gratitude to all parties involved in managing the victims' remains, from the crash site to their final resting places, including the police and the Road Transport Department, JPJ.
Yang saya dari Klik dapat asyik daripada PDRM sampailah PAS ke jadi oleh PDRM Kelantan, seterusnya sampailah ke titik Terengganu. Begitu juga dari Ipoh masuk ke highway. PDRM sangat bantu melancarkan perjalanan.
Professor Nur Khalid also expressed his appreciation to other public universities, especially University Sultan Zainal Abidin, for providing accommodation to 160 UPSI students who came to Terengganu to pay their last respects to their friends. He said it was a clear demonstration of solidarity and unity among public universities in the face of a tragedy of this scale.
The Sarawak government reaffirmed its commitment to strengthening its role as the region's renewable energy leader with clear vision to become the battery of ASEAN. This ambition is being pursued through a sustainable, inclusive and high-impact energy transition strategy. Sarawak Premier Dato' Peninggitan Sri Abang Johari Tun Openg said the state is now implementing several strategic initiatives, including developing a cross-border grid interconnection to Sabah and Sarawak, as well as plans for undersea cable links to West Malaysia and Singapore.
Leading on our first cross-border energy export to West Kalimantan in 2016 that proved the benefits of shared energy infrastructure. We are advancing interconnection projects with Sabah and Brunei, as well as pursuing subsea cable interconnection with Peninsular Malaysia and Singapore. All this paves the way for an interconnected Borneo grid and the broader Asian power grid.
Abang Johari said this in his keynote address delivered by Deputy Utility Minister Sarawak Energy and Petros Datuk Ibrahim Baki during the 2025 SNEC PV Power Expo, an international solar photovoltaic and smart energy conference and exhibition in Shanghai today. Sarawak has entered into a memorandum of understanding with China, Three Gorges International Corporation (CTGI) and Shanghai Electric to develop a large-scale floating solar project at Bakun Dam, projected to generate up to 1,000 megawatts of solar energy. The project will soon boost the state's renewable energy capacity and attract global investments. According to him, Sarawak aims to achieve a power generation capacity of 10 gigawatts by 2030 and 15 gigawatts by 2035 through a mix of clean energy sources, including hydro, solar, and hydrogen. The initiative is being driven by the Sarawak Energy Transition Policy (SETP) and backed by the amended Electricity Ordinance 2023, which promotes private sector participation and innovation in new energy development.
Sarawak is proud to be part of the global effort towards net zero, and we hope to get a benchmark for sustainable development in Southeast Asia, drawing inspiration from China's leadership in solar innovation.
Abang Johari also invited all representatives to attend Sarawak Energy Sustainability and Renewable Energy Forum SARAWAK 4.0, scheduled to take place in Kuching this September.
Sarawak need over 4,000 megawatts of additional power capacity to achieve its target of 10 gigawatts of energy generation by the year 2030. Chief Executive Officer of Sarawak Energy Berhad SCP, Datuk Syarafini Suhaili, revealed that currently SCP generates 5,900 megawatts as part of its ongoing efforts to position Sarawak as the regional leader in renewable energy.
So today we have about 5,900 megawatt of power. So we need by 2030 to develop several gigawatts more for us to reach that 10 gigawatt. And the other thing is that this is also in line with our ambition to make sure that Sarawak Energy will continue to be the leading renewable energy player in the region, and as well as to keep our generation capacity at 60% renewable energy in our gen mix.
He said this to the media after attending the SNEC International Photovoltaic Power Generation and Smart Energy Conference and Exhibition in Shanghai, China on Tuesday. The event also witnessed the signing of a MOU between the Sarawak Ministry of Utility and Telecommunication, China Three Gorges International Limited or CTGI, and Shanghai Electric Power T&D Group Co. Limited. The MOU aims to establish cooperation through a joint study between the two Chinese power giants to explore the development of a floating solar project at the Bakun hydropower plant.
So with this solar collaboration, we hope to be able to put in about 1,500 megawatts of solar by 2030. So this collaboration and this MOU is very much part of the initiative towards achieving that target.
needed basic services and humanitarian assistance there. Tuesday's report paid special attention to Gaza, also focused on Israeli attacks on civilians, the occupied Palestinian territories as a whole, including East Jerusalem and in Israel.
United States and Chinese officials are set to meet Tuesday for a second day of trade talks in London, seeking to shore up a shaky tariff truce in a spat further strained by export curbs. The gathering of key officials from the world's two biggest economies began Monday in the historic Lancaster House, run by the UK Foreign Office, following an earlier round of talks in Geneva last month.
Chinese Vice Premier He Lifeng was again heading the team in London, which included Commerce Minister Wang Wentao and China International Trade Representative Li Qinggang. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick and Trade Representative Jamison Greer are leading the US delegation. A source familiar with negotiations told that talks wrapped up Monday evening and expected to restart Tuesday at 10 a.m. local time. The London meeting came after Washington accused Beijing of violating their Geneva deal to de-escalate staggeringly high tariffs. A key sticking point was the export of rare earths from China. While the U.S. economy has been showing resilience, official data on Monday showed China's exports to the United States last month grew at a slower pace than expected, even as they picked up to the EU and Asia. The U.S.-China talks took place following a call between U.S. President Donald Trump and Chinese President Xi Jinping last Thursday.
See the world closer with TVS as we bring you the latest news updates both locally and internationally. For more headlines anytime, anywhere, just head on to our official website at tvsarawak.my or follow us on our social media platforms at TV Sarawak. Those were the updates on TVS Nightline. I'm Lorenzo Isaac. Thank you for watching and have a good night.